Every year I shave my beard and sport a tash for Movember, and after raising £110 last year, I want to take it a step further and see how much we can raise together. This year especially, like many others, I've had my own battles with my own mental health, whether that's to do with my self-worth, my confidence or my anxiety, or learning to deal with the mistakes that I've made. I am fortunate to have the most incredible friends, family and colleagues that I know I can go to talk to, and that has helped me more than I can ever put into words. Talking about your problems is not a weakness. Any amount that you donate goes a long way in helping to support men's mental health and suicide prevention, two things that are spoke about more and more, but still not enough to stop some people from taking their own lives. Furthermore, you'd also be supporting men's health in tackling issues such as prostate and testicular cancer. So for any man that means something to you, whether it's a brother, a father or a friend, anything that you give could help them one day. If you'd like to donate, I will leave a link in the description of this video. Hello guys, hope you're doing well as always, and welcome back to another video and another episode in our FA Vase Road to Wembley, the second round proper now. Still following Billingshurst, and this time it is an away day, the longest trip that we've had to make so far against Faversham Town. Billingshurst obviously knocked out Red Hill, my local team, in the first round, and since then it has been upset after upset after upset. And today they are playing a team again who are above them. Can they pull off another upset, or will this be the end of the road for them? Let's get to Faversham now. It's a brand new ground, of course. Let's see what today's game has in store for us, and we will see you in Faversham. So ladies and gentlemen, we are outside the Faversham Stadium, and I will be honest, I've had a quick peek through the turnstiles and it looks like a beautiful little ground. However, before we get in and show you guys what we are dealing with today, we're going to start this round as we did with every round of the FA Cup series last season. You're back now, you're a permanent fixture. It's your fact for today. Hello.
Hello.
Right, okay, we've just recorded the fact that you've just wasted a minute and a half of my life because it was absolute nonsense. Whether or not it actually makes the cut, I haven't decided yet, but we'll see. Right, your actual fact now.
So my actual fact, and that fact I just told, is either going to be, it'll be kept in if it's a boring match, it'll be cut out if it's a good match.
Yeah, bang on.
So my actual fact is actually linked into the last round when Billingshurst played Lingfield. Faversham actually nearly went out, well, did go out of existence in the early 2000s, but they were saved eventually due to their fans.
Oh,
the
nice.
Fans clubbed together and actually saved the club, and apparently has now built a really strong fan community. So that's my fact.
That is a fantastic fact, and like you said, ties really nicely into the last round. Lingfield, by the way, I'm going to update you guys on how they're doing with their fundraiser at the moment. They've absolutely smashed it, and I think they had a donation of over £1,000 from one individual, so it's great to see, and obviously great to see with Faversham Town as well. I've also got a quick fact as well, which all you had to do was look in the comments section of last round's video, and you would have seen Mr. Devon Mackham had commented that, obviously, look at the badge for starters, 3 Lions, England. What year was it founded? 1966. There you go. I haven't actually done my research on whether there is a direct link to the fact that obviously England won the World Cup in that year, because if I'm being completely honest, I thought that you'd go for that fact today. So feel free to educate me in the comments, but for now, let's get into the ground. Safe to say on my end of things that this is one of the nicest clubhouses and sort of grounds that we've been to, certainly in this journey so far, but including the FA Cup last season as well. Really nice. Enjoyed the clubhouse, didn't we?
We did indeed. I echo your thoughts. Really, really nice ground. Pity they're playing on Astro, but someone's got it. Looking forward to a good match.
Fingers crossed. And speaking of today's match, do you have a score prediction?
I do. It's interesting now because I think Billingshurst aren't as in good form as they were maybe earlier in the season. Faversham are flying high, you could say, especially after their last result against British Airways. So I'm thinking it's going to be a tight affair, and I'm going to be controversial here.
Okay.
it's going to be 1-1 extra time.
Ooh,
is it extra time or is it penalties?
It is extra time. As we've seen with Billingshurst, they can upset the odds, and despite the form and stuff that you were talking about already, it's they've shown that they can turn up on a cup game like this, and it is cup football. Anything can happen. It only matters what exists in the 90 minutes. So tricky to give a score prediction, especially when you've got the Faversham players literally stretching right in front of you. I've got to back Billingshurst. So, you know, we've had such a great ride with them so far, and I think they're going to nick it 2-0. And I know that sounds like it's going to be a comfortable win, but I don't think it is. I think they're going to be under pressure. Faversham can score goals, but I just have belief in them that they can do it again. Maybe 2-1 at a push. But again, if they take their chances as they have done so far this journey, there's no reason why they can't get the win again and secure the place in the next round. But we'll have to see, ladies and gentlemen. And the two teams are out for today's fixture, ladies and gentlemen. Again, it's a big test for Billingshurst, repping that red and black strip. But Faversham are a strong opposition, not too dissimilar to what Billingshurst have already faced so far. However, the test still remains, and can Billingshurst maintain their wonderful form in this competition once again? Can they keep them out? I think for me it's their biggest test yet, but we'll have to see, ladies and gentlemen. So it's a minute's silence just done there for obviously Remember It's Sunday. Do you want to show off your pin badge for today? So it's fantastic there with a football badge as well. If you want one of those, I know it's a bit late now, but if you want to support the Royal British Legion, then go and check out their website because they've still got loads on sale, loads of different football teams. Obviously supporting a good cause, go and check them out. We're underway, ladies and gentlemen, the second round proper of the FA Vase. Oh, it's an own goal. Not the start that Billingshurst wanted. They were under pressure from the get-go, but that's such a harsh way to go 1-0 down in a game like this. And finally, we see the Billingshurst defence break, and not the manner that I think either of us thought that it was going to go, but it is now 1-0 to Faversham. It's an uphill battle for Billingshurst, but it's going to be interesting to see how they react. It's the first time in this competition that we've seen them go a goal down. Nice. Billingshurst started this game 15 minutes in at the moment under so much pressure. Now, usually they're decent and good enough to absorb that, but it does feel like Faversham might just be a step ahead of them at this current moment. Billingshurst needs to find their way back into this game, and pretty quick, because 1-0 down at the moment, and it's looking like it's going to be 2 within the next few attacks. Nice. Oh. That is the end of the pint. So absolutely devoed by that. Oh, and it's 2. Faversham lead doubles. It's a great header. He's been threatening all game. Well, they call him Tash, and what a month for Movember going on, but at the same time, what a fantastic header. I can't lie, with the way that Billingshurst have been struggling to soak up the pressure at the moment and do anything with it going forward, it feels like it's going to be a real struggle for them to get back into this game. Faversham's still threatening going forward, but Billingshurst need a big performance going forward now. Otherwise, this could be a potential giant killing. Oh, nice, well in. It's a good challenge. Oh, great save. And a save again.
That's sitting back now. Earlier on, they'd have been all over it.
But that's football the world over, isn't it?
It is,
Doesn't matter what level you're at. Always the same.
Oh. Brilliant. Oh, it's 3. 3-0 now, and it is going to be really, really tricky for Billingshurst to find 3 goals to draw level, let alone 4 to win. But it's not out of the realms of possibility. We saw they had a very brief period not too long ago where they were pushing Faversham back, but I just think it's too much to ask at this point. Big second half is needed, but by the looks of things so far, Faversham just have too much for them. And that is half time, ladies and gentlemen. So it's half time, ladies and gentlemen, and it is 3-0 to Faversham. And going forward, they were devastating. If there is any word that I can use to describe how well they played in that first half, it is that. And it is going to be a real mission for Billingshurst to get back into this game now. They haven't created enough going forward, not much to what they're used to. I mean, they have very limited chances anyway, but they just haven't been able to take them. They've been half chances at best. And I think it is going to go the way of Faversham Town with the way that things are currently looking. However, 45 minutes of football can be deceiving because there's still another 45 to go, and if Billingshurst can come out strong in the second half, then there is no reason why they can't mount some sort of a comeback. In my own humble opinion, I do believe that it's going to be too much for them to try and turn around. It's too big of a deficit. We've got 45 minutes to go, ladies and gents, so we will see what is going to happen. Second half is underway, ladies and gents. Oh, it's a lovely ball. Come on! Oh, man! Number 12 came on. Great ball. Come on! Come on! And that's one back. Billingshurst have a way back in. Just over 10 minutes into the second half, ladies and gents. Billingshurst have a goal back. And could this be the start of a comeback? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Again, it still feels like it's too much to ask. But they've got the first goal of this half. Now, it's always going to be crucial. Come on. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Nice. Oh. Billingshurst, credit to them, are piling on the pressure now. They are creating some really good chances. I think that Faversham have sort of slowed down a little bit the intensity and what they were in the first half. They're not exactly sitting back, but they are more reluctant going forward to overcommit. And I think that that is playing into Billingshurst's favour a little bit, which is probably why they're getting some of the chances. Do you think that it's too much for Billingshurst to try and come back from?
Not at all at the moment. No, absolutely not. They're the team that's on top at the moment, I'd say. So what have we got? 22 minutes left. Get another goal in the next 15 minutes. Could make it really exciting. So yeah, there's a chance.
And that's 4-1 now, ladies and gentlemen. I missed the goal, unfortunately. My camera was just bugging out, basically. But feels like it's game over now for Billingshurst. There's not enough time for them to get 3 goals. Really annoyed at that from a vlog point of view that I missed that goal, because it's one of those things that obviously you're there, you're ready, you're holding your camera for the 90 minutes and it just didn't happen. So very frustrating. I thought I'd press the button. Turns out I didn't record. I'm then going, wow, what a goal. But it was basically played in and across the ground and tapped in. So you haven't missed much exactly, but ultimately that is probably the goal that sends Billingshurst out of this competition now, unless we see a miracle. But I just don't think it's going to happen. They had the control of the game beforehand, came from a throw-in for Faversham, and they've got that 4th goal now, which puts them 3 goals ahead, just out of touching distance in my opinion. Oh dear.
No goal.
Oh, great save. Poor back pass. Oh. Oh, great feet. Oh, it's just wide. And that's full time, ladies and gentlemen, and it is Billingshurst who bow out of this competition, who have been a constant for us during this FA Vase run so far. Their journey ends at the hands of Faversham Town. Faversham was so clinical in front of goal today, which is what Billingshurst's opposition have been lacking so far in this competition. Don't get me wrong, they've been up against it and they've been used to being under the pressure, but Faversham today were the team that were able to break their defence, score 5 goals against them, and ultimately that is what made the difference today. But what a run it's been for Billingshurst, and what an enjoyable experience it's been, and what they've made it for us in the FA Vase this season. Really special start to this competition, and I'm excited to see where Faversham can take us. But at Faversham, we're going to see you in the next round for the third round of the FA Vase Road to Wembley. So we're joined by Eddie French, the Billingshurst manager, the Billingshurst Pep Guardiola, who's taken us this far so far. Sorry it's come to an end, mate, but just your immediate thoughts on the game.
Yeah, you know, so proud of the club to come to the second round of the Vase. We hadn't got to the first round ever before, so you know that was history in itself, and then to go one better into the second round. Just proud of the lads. You know we come up against a really tough outfit and a strong club here. So yeah, of course we're all sportsmen. We're here to win games of football. So we are disappointed, but we can take heart out. Certainly the second half, particularly of how we played, and the cup run in general. You know the club are proud. We had some good support here today. And you know we're trying to progress as a club, as all clubs do. So yeah, we take heart from it.
100%. Like you said, you made history, and obviously that started by breaking my heart in beating my local side, Red Hill. But you've won it back as the competition's gone on, because it's a fantastic club. Really enjoyed following you guys. Would you say that game, in the first game against Red Hill, beating a team that are a step above you, gave us a confidence going forward, or did you already have that sort of belief in yourself that you can beat anyone, especially with the way that you set yourselves up?
Yeah, absolutely. No, thanks for the nice words as well. Appreciate you've enjoyed watching us. Yeah, absolutely. Red Hill were flying. I think they hadn't lost a game at that stage of the season. Yeah. You know, and they maybe took us a bit lightly, and you know, but that gave us a big lift. Of course, we were doing well in the league up to that stage. But yeah, I think we all had the belief in our group that we're capable of playing against Step 5 teams and getting results. You know, that's our ambition as a club, to get out of Step 6 and into Step 5. So, you know, we want to be facing teams like that every week next season. So yeah, it did give us a boost. Yeah.
Fantastic. And obviously, speaking about where you are at the moment, you're doing well in the league this season. You're right up at the sort of top end of the table at the moment, and hopefully, as I've said to you off camera as well, I'd love to come back if you guys are still doing well at the end of the season. Playoffs, I'm talking, you know, potential league winning if we get there as well. I don't want to sort of tempt fate too much. What are your hopes for the rest of the season going forward? Is playoffs the aim?
Yeah. Our objective of the season, the start of the season, me and the players and the club, is to try and get out of the division. However we do that, is whatever happens. What's really important and has been good about this group is, you know, we're trying to stay grounded, we stay humble, you know, and we're not getting too carried away. At this time of the year, the table doesn't mean sort of too much. It's great that we're in the mix at the minute, but we've got to keep consistent. We've got to take it a game at a time, as the old cliche goes, and just think about the next game. You know, our next game is now Tuesday in the Cup. But yeah, of course, that's the ambition. You know, we'd love to. We'd love to.
100%. And you know, I'd love to see you guys there. As I say, I'd love to come back, chatting to Enrique and some of the backroom staff as well. You've got such a wonderful setup here and such a wonderful club, and I can only keep on saying to you how much we've enjoyed it, because it has been really good fun, and part of what this journey is all about, experiencing and enjoying non-league clubs like yourself. We've really enjoyed it, so I wish you all the best.
Yeah, no, top man.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no,
appreciate it, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Yeah, no, thank you very much.
Thanks
for coming and following us. So much appreciated, and enjoy watching Faversham now.
Will do, will do. So some words there from the manager, Eddie French. Thank you very much for taking your time to come and support the channel, and obviously be on and feature in such a way, because, you know, as a club, they've been such a constant in this competition from the very first round. Really enjoyed our time here. Obviously, you've only had, this is your second Billingshurst game, isn't it? Have you enjoyed it, and, you know, have you enjoyed the game today?
I think today it's been a good game, good club, by the way, Faversham. Everything about Faversham, we've said before, we liked it. Great ground, good fan base, bloody good team, absolutely fantastic team, especially the first half. So clinical, their passing is so clinical. Everything they do, their vision and finishing, obviously, just brilliant. So a really good team, and a bit like Red Hill last season. As much as it's really sad to say goodbye to Billingshurst, we now look forward to following Faversham, who could really go a long way. Look at the quality that they have here today. So well done, Faversham, and goodbye Billingshurst, and good luck for the rest of the season. We do hope to see them later in the season if they I'd either get automatic promotion or go into the playoffs.
Definitely, and you know, as I've said on camera, off camera, and I'll say it again on camera now, that I hope that we go back to Billingshurst, because it's such a wonderful club. You know, started off all of this with just chatting to their goalkeeper, and he introduced me to members of the backroom staff and members of the club and the team, and it's just been a really nice experience. I've really enjoyed it. Obviously the manager Eddie French as well, what a sound bloke he was. Thank you again for coming on to the channel and supporting, so it's always appreciated. But unfortunately that chapter of this journey is over now, and it does feel a little bit like you said when we lost Red Hill last season in the FA Cup to Whitehawk, but it feels a bit different this time, because it feels like with Faversham that we're going for a team like Worthing. I mean, obviously the 4G pitch helps, but there are just quite a few similarities that I have an emotional feeling with towards this club to how I did with Worthing. So maybe we'll go on, maybe we will see this become the constant until the end of the season. Maybe we'll only end up following T teams. That'd be quite funky, wouldn't it? But we'll have to wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a roller coaster of a journey so far. Go and check out the last rounds if you haven't already, to see how we got to this point. I'm absolutely rubbish with plugging the rest of this series so far, but we will be here back at Faversham or whoever they end up getting drawn against, if it's an away fixture, in the next game. I'm excited. Are you excited?
Can't wait.
Well, there we go, ladies and gents. So I will see you in the next episode of this competition, or failing that, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching as always. Take care, peace and love.